The Firewall Paradox. Greetings, travelers, and welcome to the edge of everything. Look at your hand, the screen in front of you, the world outside your window. It feels solid, doesn't it? Real. Governed by rules we are slowly, painstakingly, learning to understand. We trust the consistency of reality. The sun rises, objects fall, and the information that makes you you is preserved. But what if I told you that this consistency, this fundamental trust we place in the cosmos, is a beautiful, necessary illusion? What if, at the very brink of existence, at the precipice of the most extreme environments the universe can concoct, reality itself breaks down in a scream of logical contradiction? Tonight, we venture into the heart of that scream. We are diving into one of the most profound, terrifying, and magical ideas to ever emerge from the depths of theoretical physics. An idea so paradoxical, it threatens to rewrite our understanding of space, time, and existence itself. This is the story of the Firewall Paradox, and it begins, as all the best stories do, with a monster. A monster that doesn't lurk in the shadows of space, but one that is shadow itself, the black hole. For decades, we've been told a certain story about black holes. It's a story of grace, of a strange and violent elegance. Imagine you are an astronaut, brave or foolish, and you decide to take a one-way trip into a black hole. You name it, Celestia. You approach its boundary, the event horizon. This is the point of no return, the cosmic velvet rope. From the outside, we would see you slow down, your image stretching and reddening, frozen in time for all eternity, a permanent ghost on the threshold. But you, inside your ship, feel nothing special as you cross that line. No sign, no neon flash, no rip in the fabric of your being. You have simply, quietly, passed into a realm from which the rest of the universe is forever hidden. According to the great Einstein, your journey would be uneventful, a smooth, if ultimately doomed, sail into the crushing gravitational heart of the beast. This is the principle of no drama. The event horizon is not a wall. It's a one-way street you pass over without even noticing. This story is comforting. It's clean. It preserves the smooth, continuous fabric of space-time that Einstein gifted us. But then, in the 1970s, a young physicist named Stephen Hawking introduced a ghost into the machine. He realized that black holes are not entirely black. Due to the bizarre, probabilistic froth of empty space at the quantum level, black holes must glow. They must radiate. They must slowly, inexorably evaporate. This Hawking radiation is a whisper of heat from a frozen tomb, a faint hiss of particles escaping the gravitational prison. And this seems like a wonderful discovery until you realize what it truly implies. You see, this radiation is random. It carries no information. It's thermal noise. But quantum mechanics, the rulebook for the very small, has one unbreakable, cardinal law. Information cannot be destroyed. Think of information not as ones and zeros, but as the unique identity of every single thing in the universe. The spin of every electron in your body, the precise quantum state of every photon from a distant star. This information is eternal. It can be scrambled, transformed, but it can never, ever be erased from the cosmic ledger. So here's the problem. If a black hole swallows a star with an unimaginably complex blueprint of information, and then evaporates into a formless, random haze of heat, then where did that information go? The black hole vanishes, and with it, the unique story of that star. The cosmic ledger has a page torn out and burned. The universe has committed the ultimate sin it has forgotten. This is the information paradox. For decades, it was a quiet, nagging problem. a ghost in the cathedral of physics. How could the two pillars of our understanding, Einstein's smooth spacetime and quantum mechanics' preservation of information, both be true when black holes seem to demand that one of them must be wrong? The physics community scrambled for answers. Perhaps the information is hidden in the radiation in some impossibly complex code. Perhaps it's ejected at the very last moment. Or perhaps the black hole doesn't vanish at all but leaves behind a microscopic, information-packed fossil. The solutions were clever, but they felt like patches on a leaking dam. Then, around 2012, a group of physicists looked at the problem from a new angle. And what they proposed was not a patch. It was a paradox so violent, so shocking, that it was given a name that sounds like it's from a cyberpunk thriller, the Firewall. The Firewall Paradox is the universe's ultimate choose your adventure story, where every ending seems to break a fundamental law. It goes like this. Let's assume that Hawking radiation does carry away the information of what fell into the black hole. For this to work, for the cosmic ledger to remain balanced, the particles of Hawking radiation being emitted now must be subtly, mystically entangled with the particles that were emitted long, long ago, right after the black hole formed. Entanglement is that spooky action at a distance that Einstein hated. It's a quantum love story. Two particles born together, forever linked, their fates intertwined no matter how far apart they travel. Change one, and the other instantly knows. But here's the catch. There's another quantum love story happening. The particle of Hawking radiation just outside the event horizon must also be entangled with the particle that fell inside the black hole. It's a fundamental requirement of the no-drama scenario. For our astronaut to have a smooth journey across the horizon, space there must be calm, empty, and quantum rules must hold. And this is where the magic turns into a nightmare. You cannot have a ménage à trois in the quantum world. A principle called monogamy of entanglement states that a particle can have only one truly intimate, deeply entangled partner. It cannot be maximally entangled with two different things at once. So, we have a choice, and both choices lead to hell. Option 1. The Hawking radiation particles are entangled with each other, preserving information for the outside universe. But this means the particle just outside the horizon cannot be entangled with its partner inside. The severing of this quantum link would release an unimaginable amount of energy. The event horizon would cease to be a no-drama zone. It would become a searing, furious wall of fire, a firewall, an incandescent boundary of pure energy that would instantly vaporize our astronaut. No drama is dead. Einstein's smooth spacetime is a lie. Option 2. The particles across the horizon remain entangled, preserving no drama for our astronaut. But then, the Hawking radiation cannot be entangled with itself, and the information swallowed by the black hole is lost forever. The sacred law of quantum mechanics is broken. The universe has amnesia. Think about that for a moment. This isn't just a math problem. This is the universe facing an existential choice at its most extreme boundary. Either the universe protects the integrity of information by creating a literal wall of fire at the edge of reality, burning anything that seeks to pass, or it protects the integrity of space-time itself, allowing for a smooth journey. But in doing so, it admits that the cosmos is fundamentally forgetful, that the story of existence can have pages permanently ripped out. It's a cosmic Kobayashi Maru, a no-win scenario. The firewall is not an object, it is a symptom. It is the fevered sweat on the brow of reality, a sign that our understanding of the cosmos is critically ill. But what if the paradox is not a problem to be solved, but a clue? A signpost pointing to a truth so profound, so mystical, that it redefines everything we think we know. This is where the magic truly begins. Perhaps the answer is that the universe is performing a magnificent trick of misdirection. The firewall is an illusion, born from our stubborn insistence on seeing space and time as the primary, fundamental stage upon which the quantum drama plays out. What if that stage is itself a projection? This brings us to the holographic principle. Imagine a universe that is not 3D plus time. Imagine that all the information that makes up our reality, you, me, the stars, the black holes, everything, is actually encoded on a distant, two-dimensional surface that surrounds us. Our reality, with its depth and richness, is a holographic projection from that cosmic boundary. We are the shadow, and the true reality is the flame casting that shadow on the cave wall. In this breathtaking view, the black hole's event horizon isn't a destroyer of information. It's the hard drive. It's the shimmering 2D surface where the information of everything that falls in is perfectly stored, encoded in Planck-length pixels. The Hawking radiation is just that information being slowly, carefully read back out. The information was never lost. It was just translated. The paradox dissolves because the event horizon was never a place you could fall through in the classical sense. It was always the projector screen. The firewall, then, is the artifact of trying to project a 3D reality from a 2D source where the data is corrupted or misunderstood. It's a glitch in the cosmic simulation. Let that sink in. The terrifying firewall, a boundary of pure annihilation, might simply be the universe's way of saying, you are looking at the problem from the wrong dimension. This is no longer just physics. This is metaphysics. This is mysticism written in the language of mathematics. Are we living in a cosmic hologram? Is the solidity of our world a grand and beautiful illusion? The Firewall Paradox forces us to confront these questions. It suggests that the laws of physics, as we experience them, are not the fundamental laws, but emergent properties. They are the user interface of a reality that is far stranger, far more interconnected, and far more magical than we ever dreamed. The event horizon is the Rosetta Stone between the world of gravity and the world of the quantum. And the firewall is the warning written upon it, telling us that we are translating it incorrectly. So, what does this mean for us, here, now, in our seemingly solid lives? It means that the universe is far weirder, far more wondrous, and far more intelligent than we can possibly imagine. It operates on logic that transcends our everyday experience. The cosmos is not a cold, empty void dotted with rocks and fire. It is a dynamic, living computation, a cosmic mind processing information on a scale we cannot fathom. The preservation of information is the preservation of story, of identity, of meaning. The universe, it seems, abhors forgetting as much as it abhors a vacuum. The Firewall Paradox is a gift. It is a crack in the facade of our reality, and through that crack, we can see a blinding, brilliant, and terrifying light. It tells us that our journey to understand the cosmos is not nearing its end, but is only just beginning. We are like ancient map makers, and we have just discovered that the world is not flat. The edge of a black hole is the edge of our understanding, and beyond it lies not just a new physics, but a new philosophy, a new magic. The universe is protecting a secret, and the firewall is both the lock and the key. If this journey to the edge of reality has sparked something in you, if you feel that pull to dive deeper into the holographic nature of existence, the quantum enigmas, and the hidden structures of the cosmos, then I have something for you. My book, Holographic Multiverse, is out now. In it, we explore these ideas in even greater depth, venturing beyond black holes to the very nature of consciousness, multiple realities, and the code that may underpin our universe. It's a guidebook for the curious, for the dreamers, for those who look at the night sky and feel not small, but connected to an infinite, unfolding mystery. The link to purchase your copy is in the description below. If you enjoyed this foray into the cosmic unknown, if you want to help us continue to map these strange new lands of thought, then please give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell so you don't miss our next adventure. The universe has more secrets to share, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you believe lies beyond the event horizon? Is the universe preserving information or preserving smooth space-time? Or is it something else? Something beyond our current comprehension? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, keep looking up, and remember, the greatest mysteries are not just out there in the stars. They are woven into the very fabric of everything, including you. Stay curious.